started.
Here we go. Okay, this is a viewer challenge. He got white. Triumphant One has a chess channel, Chess 64. Let's see, he starts off with d4. And so he suggested we could do sort of a mutual promotion thing. So he's challenged me to a game here. We're going to do dual commentary, so you can find this video on his channel as well as on my channel. And from his point of view, he'll be recording and making comments as he's playing the game. So this looks like the London system. What do I want to play against that? Let's try something with a fianchetto here, g6. And I'm going to play c5 at some time to try and undermine the center. Yeah, he's just going with this very solid triangle setup. And so the knight supports pawn to c5, which I will play at some point. And Triumphant One is a really good Blitz player. You can see there's quite a disparity in ratings. But, in terms of our live rating or over-the-board rating, he's only a little bit stronger than me, so it shouldn't be too much of a mismatch. We'll see. People who are good at Blitz, they usually are pretty sharp at picking up those tactics. So I have to try and be extra alert. So far, let's see, he's developing very logically. So he's got this solid center. He's got the pawn move here, gives a retreat square for the bishop. That's why he played pawn to h3. So if I go knight here, chasing his bishop, he can just drop it back. So he's going to preserve that bishop for a while. And I'm going to play this c5 move to try and soften up the center a little bit. This is, White's strong point. White wants to just have a solid center so he doesn't have to worry about defending and then just set up for an attack. And then this little pawn triangle here is a way of trying to blunt the attack along the light squared diagonal there. So that's the point of Black's setup here. He just castles. Now, should I take? I usually take pretty quickly because I want to move this knight away so that my bishop is opened up. And so to do that, I need to take that pawn so that my pawn isn't hanging on c5 for a long time. So we get the, he took that way. It's kind of a reverse Carlsbad structure. So I could do a minority attack against these pawns over here, I guess. But it's more important, I think, what's going on in the center. Can I ever get in the move d5, e5? E5, he takes, and he's got it defended by two pieces, and I just have one piece on it. But I do have a knight move with tempo. So, say rook e8. If he does nothing, then I could play knight here, and he drops back, and then I could play pawn to e5. But he's prevented that, right? I would have three pieces, and he would have three pieces, so he could take that pawn. Three pieces attacking that square. So, what do I do? Maybe I have to give up on that idea and come out here with the knight. Maybe bishop to d7 to c6 is an idea. That would give me some more force on the e4 square, and then I could think about playing knight e4. Let's try that. So I'm not sure. I mean, White has been developing very logically, but I'm not sure what the next step in his plan is. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, he doesn't have the typical fast attack along this diagonal here because of my configuration. He could just start throwing pawns forward at some point. The way I've played it, the other way to play against the London system is to try and get a bishop to d6 and counteract the bishop just directly. The way I've played it with the bishop over here, I can't so easily do that. Okay, he's going to try and make this knight uncomfortable here. Let's see. If I allow that, this knight doesn't have so many great squares, right? If it goes here, yeah, it just loses a pawn. So I think I have to stop that. Now this knight is loose, so I have to watch out for tactics on the knight. Yeah, like that. That is hitting this pawn. It's hitting the knight. Knight's defended by the queen. This is defended. But let's see. I need to exercise a little caution here. How about let's start with this move. A little more support on the D pawn, and his knight jumps in here to hit my bishop. Oh, that's interesting. And now I could bring my knight back. Get it out of trouble there. And trade off his knight. Trade off his knight on e5. He can take my bishop here, but this bishop is not not such a great bishop in this pawn structure right now, and that might leave me with a weak c6 pawn. So maybe that's an idea for white here. But this is a strong outpost, so I would just play knight f3 there and just shore up that knight, and then say, what are you going to do? And I still can't get my knight to... yeah, he did. Okay. So let's trade once. And then, can I play knight here? Problem is, okay, I can play knight here, and he takes my bishop, I take, and then he takes my knight, and then he wins a pawn. So it's not supported, really. So I have to go back this way with the knight, right? Knight here doesn't do anything because the bishop drops back. I don't really want to take his knight with my bishop anyway. This is my good bishop. I want to encourage him to take my bishop and get rid of my problem bishop, I guess. Okay, so he's got time to think here. If he does nothing, I really am just going to take his knight off. Okay, what other ideas does he have to increase the pressure? I mean, probably, well, since I'm threatening to take, I would just grab the bishop here, I guess. But maybe he wants to take my knight and then go into a game where there's just bishops on the board and he has slightly better pieces. It'd be a small edge for white, I think. Maybe still looking at tactical ideas. The other way of proceeding with white is to try and push some pawns forward here. Take advantage of this kind of somewhat isolated looking d pawn. Let's see, if he plays c4 here, can I take it? I guess I can. I guess I can take it. He takes back. He's got pressure on this diagonal. Maybe I can't take it. Let's see. c4, pawn takes, bishop takes. He's threatening f7, and he's also threatening to push this pawn forward and trap my bishop. So maybe I can't take it. So probably I would take his knight first. And then he takes here. I could take back with the bishop. So I guess this is just hanging together for me. Well, at least he's thinking about it. What other ideas besides c4 does white have? This bishop. Yeah, I mean, c4 seems like the logical move to activate his light-squared bishop there. Okay, but he took off my bishop. Yeah, that's the other way of proceeding. That's, his bishop controls the b8 square, so I can't put my rook here and chase his queen away. His queen is attacking my weak c6 pawn. So what's the point here? If I just trade queens, does he have something really great? Or is his queen going somewhere else? Anyway, I mean, is the only way to defend that pawn. Yeah, he really just wanted to trade queens here. Okay. Yeah, so there's maybe something that goes wrong here. I had to take with that rook because this rook is defending the this rook is defending the e-pawn. Ah, so maybe this is what goes wrong. His bishops get active. And yeah, I think he's going to win this pawn here. Okay, so can I do something a little more dynamic here? If I play e5, and he takes my rook, I take back, he takes the pawn. Yeah, I'm down to just 2 defenders. Okay, so anyway, the main idea here is I go here to chase his bishop away. It's not too many squares, and then he can just take my c-pawn. And they can't go to b8 to counterattack. That's really what I want to do. Yeah, it's nasty. This nasty bishop. Okay, so let's think this through, though. Rook here, rook to a8, bishop to b7, rook to what, a7? Bishop takes pawn. And he's threatening this guy. Yeah, this is very annoying. So I should do something else with my rook. Here, here, and here, gone. Yeah, that's annoying. Well, the problem with this move is that he can go after the knight anyway. So in this case, can I push this pawn forward? He can also just bring his bishop here, right, and trap my rook now. So let's go here. Bishop to c7. Yeah, looked like it was winning something. Bishop c7 looked like it was winning the exchange at least. So I was kind of forced to play this. And at some point here he can grab a pawn, it looks like. He might have had a better way of playing that. I thought he should pin the knight first rather than recapture immediately. But maybe there was no time for that. I'm not sure. He took, I take. Can he take on c6 now? Maybe that's what he's calculating. Taking on c6. This kind of pin on my knight, but then I can take his bishop. But then he trades rooks. Yeah, so I think bishop takes c6 is winning here. All right, bishop takes c6, bishop takes bishop, rook takes rook, rook takes rook, bishop takes knight. Well, no, what's he winning? He's not winning, he's winning a pawn. And I've gotten rid of one of his annoying bishops, so I can play on. Anyway, yeah, while there's a pause in the video, you can check out my opponent's chess channel. It's called Chess 64, and I'll have a pointer to it in the description. You can see his annotations, his commentary on this game, and you'll also be able to see, oh, that's an interesting move. Yeah, so he's getting away from the exchange idea here and attacking my knight. Let's see. Can't I just... No, I can't play rook here. I want to play rook to c8. I can play rook to b8. He takes, and this knight is pinned, which is annoying. And what I wanted to say is he has other videos on his channel as well. Can I play rook to b8 now that his bishop is off that channel? He goes here. He's going to win that pawn. I take a pawn. Well, but he wins that pawn and my knight is hanging. Very annoying. Yeah, that knight's a hard piece to save. And there's no cute discovery tactics. I need to kind of shut out that dark squared bishop, so I'm playing this move. And he just drops back there. Okay. I was not entirely sure of that. So now can I play something? Let's force that bishop to move. Now at least when he attacks my knight, I can defend the knight with my rook. He's going to take on c6 and attack my knight, I assume. And his other bishop might come in here and take my my a pawn. Bishop here is currently guarded by the knight, but he could trade it off. Yeah. And I wanted to start moving a little quicker now. I'm down to 2 minutes. I have pressure on his b pawn. That was the other idea of this move. He can take here with check. I'm just down 2 pawns, and then he can save
check.
his pawn. Yeah. Yeah, this game just fell apart here. So good play from Triumphant One here. Well, maybe I get a pawn back. We'll see. We will play on. He doesn't want to, I guess, just defend. So what's his next move? Yeah, that invasion with the bishop was really strong. My rook is loose here, so there may be some way for him to take advantage of it. For example, with f4, but my bishop can go to e3 at d6 at the moment, defending my rook. He could just defend the pawn with his rook, right? Nothing special going on. Those bishops are just dominating the board. He defends from the side. Yeah, that's probably the most active way to defend. Okay, I'm just harassing his bishop. And bishop drops back. What else can I do? I have no squares here, huh? I'm just defending the bishop, so my rook at least is free to move.
Check.
That's a cute tactic. Yeah, it's a very nice tactic. His bishop is covering these squares, so I can't go over and defend my rook. So yeah, my loose rook came back to haunt me. Let's see. So, is there nothing going on here? Put my bishop back somewhere safe. This knight has no squares to go to. But at least I got rid of one of his bishops, so I have some dark square chances here, at the cost of losing the exchange. He's probably going to try and double on the 7th rank there. Yeah, it stops me from playing my well, let's take a pawn. What the heck? Yeah, so he's going to try and mate me there. And let's see, I can what can I do? Hard to say what's good here. Probably nothing is good. If he takes with the rook, I can move my king over. If he takes with the bishop, the king can stay where it is. But I'm just giving my king like a flight square there, so I don't get mated immediately. And it also helps stabilize the bishop on e5, I guess. Maybe I'll just grab another pawn if he lets me. Yeah, he just takes. So I'll take a pawn. What the heck? Okay, now he's starting to play fast. Yeah, he's got the rook there as mate. Right, so what can I do? I guess I have to push on, huh? He keeps taking away squares. Yeah, I can't control that square. That's annoying. So now I can prevent the mate for the moment. Oh my. But yeah, he's just going to pile up and win here. Let's see. Why don't I take another pawn while I'm at it?
Check.
Threaten to. Let's see. Yeah, so am I out of squares here? Can't go here or here because of his bishop. Can't go here because of the pawn. And if I go here, he takes my bishop. Okay, I'm going to resign at this point. It's a good game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will do a post-mortem as usual. And then, as I said, I will upload a pointer to the other chess channel, Chess64. And you can check out the commentary from his point of view. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.